Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, On Fire, from 2023. It's about a family who lives in a trailer home in the woods and suddenly confronted by a wildfire, and so now it's their fight for survival. You know, not a lot of info there, but it's only an hour and 20 minutes long. It's 5.5 on IMDb, 1,046 people rated so far. And Peter Facinelli is in it. You know, you've seen him before. And Asher Angel is in it. I thought I recognized him. I don't recognize his picture right now, but he's in it also. But that's all I recognize. The other one I do recognize is Glenn Morshower. He was in 24, I think. Mostly is what he's probably mostly known for, I think. Yeah, 24. That's how I know. So anyway, I know I've been interested to see this one. Could be interesting. Nice short film. See if it's worth the hour and 20 minutes. Stick around and let you know what I think. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of On Fire, and it is 100. It's an hour and 20 minutes of intensity, I'd say. You know, I mean, it's like complete suspense the whole time, as you can imagine, right? I mean, that's what I pictured coming into this. There's not really going to be a lull. You know, the whole thing is about them trying to survive forest fire, right? And at the end, this is based on a true story. I mean, sure. I mean, like, how could it not be? I mean, there are some, you know, particular specifics. Particular specifics? I don't even know if that's English. There are some things, you know, like she's pregnant. The wife is pregnant, so that throws in another wrench into everything. But I mean, I'm sure it's had to happen. You know, they're saying like 60,000 wildfires in a year takes down like millions of acres of land every year. It's like unbelievable. And they dedicated this film to like the first responders, the rebuilders, everybody that's a part of, you know, saving all of this or rebuilding it all, which is awesome, and I like that type of dedication. But you know, and they also in this movie they work in a 911 dispatcher, right? So it was interesting. They show her in the beginning, and then it's like, okay, how's this all going to relate? But as you can imagine, throughout forest fires, everybody's calling saying, where do I go? Where do I, you know what I mean? And thinking about the stress of her job. You know, I mean, obviously the stress of the people, but even just her job and stuff, like in firefighter. So I thought it was a really good film. You know, there's some, you know, scenes where you can kind of see, hey, you know, that's not green screen or whatever, but that didn't bother me at all. You know, that's fine. It's all more about the story. And you know, you're like, who's gonna make it? Are they gonna make it? How are they gonna do it? You know, and like how the fire actually changes the way it's going. It was very, very intense, and there was like not a dull moment. So you don't have a chance to take your eyes away and look on your phone or anything like that. So, and it's good runtime, I think. You know, you don't want to be like that stressed out watching a movie for that much longer than an hour and 20 minutes. So that works out perfectly. There is a thing that I kind of you know, and I'm going to talk about that. But good film. You know, if you're into like stressing out and having a very suspenseful film to watch, but you know, that's based on true life stories. Anyway, I have to talk a little bit more openly about it. So if you haven't seen it yet, you don't want to hear any more. I'm not going to really spoil the ending, but maybe I will. Whatever. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! So the one thing that I didn't like, and I get it. I mean, what else are you going to do? Was the father, right? So, not that he was a bad guy or anything like that, all of that's fine, but then just leaving him, you know, and it's like, ooh, you know, like, how do they do that, and they, okay, and then come full circle, and, oh, look what he left in his will to us, all this land, and it's like, oh, but you left him behind. I get it, you know what I mean? Like, it was just something that stuck with me throughout the movie, and I was like, I kept thinking, well, maybe, you know, somebody came to the car and found him later and maybe revived him, maybe not, but at least brought him back. Or if there's some other way that it just seems, I get it, they had to move the car because the thing was going to fall. You know, so this is the way it's, you know, portrayed in this film. Like, you know, I'm just thinking to myself, it wouldn't be easy to get him around or whatever, and you know, you had a whole another hour of the film to go with him. You know, if he is passed away, how are you gonna lug him around trying to save the rest of your family? I get all the logistics there, but it just kind of stuck with me. It's like, oh, you know, like I wish they could have done something a little bit better. Like, you know, hurry up and dig a grave for him. I don't know, but I just felt bad at the time, and then you come back and be like, and here's our new land so we can rebuild. I don't know. You know, there's something there, but you know, even if you had the opportunity to say go, and then that kind of thing, save yourself. I don't know. It just one piece of this that just kind of was like, the rest of it was good, but I wanted to call that out. So there you go. That's all I got. I don't know if I was helpful at all. Worth a watch, at least in my opinion. All right, I'm sure there's other stuff I wanted to say, but I rambled on enough. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.